Today, we're diving into one of the key pillars of effective communication, how to read people. Because here's the truth, understanding others isn't a superpower, it's a skill. And like any skill, it's something you can train. So buckle up, because we're about to explore two tools that are widely used in professional environments. But trust me, they're also game changers in personal life. We'll be talking about the DISC method and, of course, our star of the show, the Enneagram. Now, one of the most powerful aspects of emotional intelligence and a key to truly effective communication is the ability to understand the people in front of you. It's not just about hearing their words, it's about truly grasping what they're thinking and feeling. How to read people. Why do they say what they say? Why do they act the way they do? When you unlock this, you supercharge your ability to connect, to influence, to persuade, to make sure your message actually lands. This is what true empathy is about. It's active listening. It's mindful observation. It's about being present and understanding not just what's said, but what's left unsaid. This is what true empathy is about. It's active listening. It's mindful observation. It's about being present and understanding not just what's said, but what's left unsaid. DISC is a model that breaks down human behavior into 4 core styles: dominant, influential, steady, and conscientious. But here's the thing. It's not about putting people into boxes. It doesn't measure intelligence, goodness, or morality. What it really focuses on is character, personality, the very essence of who we are. And here's the kicker. Everyone is a blend of all 4 styles, though there are usually 1 or 2 that really stand out. Imagine it like a personal blueprint. It helps us understand why we do what we do, how we react to the world around us. So no, it's not about labels, but about insight. Let's start with the red or dominant style. These are the go-getters, direct, decisive, and laser-focused on results. They get straight to the point, always looking for action and fast solutions. What do they want? Power, competence, success. What do they fear? Losing control, appearing weak, being taken advantage of. They're natural-born leaders, but sometimes they can come off as impatient or even insensitive. If you're having a conversation with a red, you'll notice they move fast, ask short, direct questions, and get straight to the point. It's all about action. Now let's talk about the yellow or influential style. These are the extroverts, the energizers, the ones who light up a room. They care about connection, being liked, and creating a positive atmosphere. Their priorities, relationships, recognition, collaboration. But what do they fear? Rejection, being ignored or not being heard. They're charming, but at times they can be impulsive or inconsistent. If someone talks to you with a big smile, jumping from one story to the next with enthusiasm, yep, you've got a classic eye in front of you. Next, we have the green or steady type. Calm, patient, and incredibly reliable. These are the people who thrive on balance, value harmony, and are always there for you when you need them. They resist change, not because they can't adapt, but because they cherish peace and stability. They don't like confrontation and may come across as passive, but their strength lies in their consistency and empathy. If you meet someone who listens more than they speak, who never interrupts and radiates serenity, that's probably a green. And finally, the blue or conscientious style. These individuals are analytical perfectionists and obsessed with getting every detail right. They seek precision, logic, and order. Before they act, they need to understand everything thoroughly. They fear making mistakes and they can struggle to delegate. But if you need quality and depth, these are the people you turn to. In a meeting, they're the ones who speak less. But when they do, it's packed with data and well-thought-out logic. This is a powerful mental framework. It helps us classify people into colors based on 4 key variables. Now, what are those variables? Simply put, it's whether someone is more rational or emotional and whether they are introverted or extroverted. This model goes beyond stereotypes. It's not about labeling people. Instead, it offers a deeper understanding, helping you recognize personality patterns that explain why people act the way they do. Imagine having a tool that not only helps you understand others, but also connect with them on a whole new level. That's what this framework does. It gives you the keys to unlock the mystery of human behavior. So, it's all about recognizing these colors in people and adapting how we communicate depending on who we're talking to. At the end of the day, connection is what truly matters, and that's where understanding DISC colors becomes incredibly useful. When you can identify which colors dominate a person's personality, you can tailor your communication to make them feel comfortable, build a stronger relationship, and increase the chances of truly connecting, whether it's in your professional life or personal life. You can influence, persuade, and even inspire when you understand what drives someone, what motivates them, what shapes their character. Essentially, you're adjusting your communication to fit their personality, not changing who you are, but making your message resonate more deeply with them. For example, if you need to convince someone with a red dominant profile, you're not going to speak to them the same way you would to someone with a yellow, influential profile. With a red, you'll focus on how they'll have the opportunity to lead a project, assert their authority, and achieve goals and success. What drives them? The chance to make quick decisions and see the immediate impact of their actions. Now, when you're talking to a yellow, someone who's more creative and enthusiastic, you'll highlight the freedom they'll have to express themselves and how they'll inspire others with their energy. Yellows don't crave control or rigid structure. They want to connect and create in a relaxed, open environment. And here's the magic of DISC. Small tweaks in how we speak can make all the difference. While the red seeks power and control, the yellow seeks creativity and enthusiasm. This is the beauty of DISC, knowing how to speak the language of each personality so you can connect more effectively with anyone. It's fascinating to see how these styles interact with each other. For instance, a dominant might get frustrated with a conscientious type because they feel like they're overanalyzing things. On the flip side, an influential could overwhelm a steady person with their constant energy. But here's the beauty. They also complement each other. A dominant can really benefit from the deep analysis of a conscientious person, gaining a fresh, thorough perspective. And a steady individual brings balance to the passion of an influential, grounding their ideas and helping them stay focused. The magic happens when these differences work together, creating a more dynamic, well-rounded team. Both DISC and the Enneagram give us clear patterns of thought and personality. They don't measure intelligence, goodness, or talent. They simply offer us a blueprint of how people act, make decisions, and react under pressure. And here's the real power. When you understand this, when you learn to look beyond the words and recognize these patterns, you begin to read people with an almost brutal clarity. And trust me, that shifts everything. Your relationships, your conversations, your results. Often your goals are just a step away. You can achieve them after a single conversation or a well-timed speech. This is the game changer. Understanding the underlying patterns that shape how we communicate and connect. If you're enjoying this content, please show your support. Kindly leave a like and share. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people who might benefit from this, and I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share your thoughts. And we've explored the Enneagram extensively on the channel, and I'll drop the link to the series in the description below. But briefly, here's how I personally understand the Enneagram. The Enneagram describes 9 personality patterns, 9 different lenses through which people perceive reality and adapt to it. Fundamentally, as a tool for self-awareness, it helps us get to know ourselves on a deeper level, uncovering those blind spots we never knew existed. And here's the magic. It creates a kind of click in your mind, a moment of awareness, where you suddenly realize so many things about yourself that were obvious to everyone else but completely invisible to you. It's like a revelation, a powerful shift in perspective that changes everything. The Enneagram also helps us understand the personality patterns of others. Self-awareness and understanding personality psychology can dramatically improve how we communicate with those around us. The more you know people, the more you accept them, the more you understand them, and eventually you love them just as they are. You judge less, you become wiser. The truth is, knowing everything is the key to forgiving everything. The more you understand others, the more perspective you gain, and with it, wisdom. You become more positive, especially when you understand the irrationality that often drives human behavior. It's about comprehending, not judging. So, my friend, if you want to get to know yourself better through the Enneagram, I highly encourage you to check out all the videos on the channel. There are also many incredible books by various authors. Most of them are fantastic. You can learn so much from them. For me, the Enneagram is a tool that speaks precisely about 9 distinct personality types. Imagine 9 different lenses through which each pattern sees reality, with its own cognitive emotional strategy designed to satisfy a core, underlying need. For some, it's the pursuit of security. For others, the need for success. For some, it's comfort and peace. And for others, it's the drive for individualization, and so on. Take the type 3. They wear the achievement glasses. seeing the world as a stage filled with opportunities to stand out, advance, and gain external validation. Everything they interpret comes through the lens of success. Then you have the Type 7, who puts on their bright-colored glasses. Think yellow or blue. They crave stimulation, new experiences, and positive emotions. To them, life is a game to be enjoyed, and they steer clear of pain and boredom. Both look at reality with enthusiasm, but their motivations differ. The 3 wants to shine, while the 7 just wants to feel alive. The Type 1 wears the glasses of duty. Through these lenses, they see a world that desperately needs order, correction, and constant improvement. Their focus is on what is right and wrong, on what should be. These glasses filter reality through a strong sense of ethics and morality, often accompanied by a critical inner voice that demands perfection. For a Type 1, life is all about being correct, just, and integral. Their perception is colored by responsibility, self-demand, and perfectionism. It's not that they fail to see what's good. It's just that their attention is naturally drawn first to what still needs to be improved. The Type 5 wears the glasses of analysis and observation. They seek space and freedom, time to observe, reflect, and think deeply. Through these glasses, they see the world as a place that must first be understood before it can be lived. Their perspective is more cool, more rational, focused on gathering information, maintaining distance, and conserving their energy to think and observe. These lenses filter reality through logic, intellectual curiosity, and a deep need to protect their inner space. For a Type 5, knowledge is both power and refuge. As a result, their perception is shaped by reserve, depth, and a certain skepticism toward anything emotional or intrusive. They observe first, act later. The Type 9 wears the glasses of peace and harmony. Through these lenses, they seek a world that is calm, conflict-free, where everything flows smoothly, without surprises. Their focus is on avoiding tension, adapting, and maintaining inner and outer tranquility. They often exude a gentle, friendly presence, but at times, they can be surprisingly assertive or even dominant, but only when it's to protect their comfort and peace of mind. These glasses soften reality, making it more bearable, but can sometimes cause the Type 9 to overlook their own needs. For a Type 9, the most important thing is not to disturb the peace, whether it's their own or others. That's why their perception is tinted with serenity, but also with moments of disconnection or passivity when the pressure becomes too much. The Type 6 wears the glasses of security. Through these lenses, they perceive the world as a potentially dangerous place where constant vigilance is required. Their mind is always seeking to anticipate risks, prepare for the worst, and find stability. That's why their glasses tend to be darker, tinged with doubt, caution, and distrust. When faced with change, a Type 6 might think, what if it goes wrong? What if I end up alone? What if I get fired? Not every Type 6 sees the world in the same way. Some wear very dark glasses, while others just a little tinted, but all of them share this filter that drives them to seek security before adventure. Their perception is fundamentally shaped by the need to feel protected, to know that they're safe in an unpredictable world. A person with knowledge of the Enneagram could easily understand why, despite being such distinct figures, both Michael Jackson and Madonna are commonly classified as Type 4. What do they have in common? At first glance, it might seem like they have nothing in common, but both share one fundamental pattern, the core need to feel unique and authentic. Type 4 seek above all to stand out, to find their deep identity in a world that sometimes feels shallow or disconnected. This pattern of wanting to be special and having a deep emotional connection leads them to constantly search for authenticity. And this is the proposal for today. Mastering the Enneagram in everyday life and consistently applying its insights to our relationships and decisions is what allows us to unlock its full potential and transform how we communicate, lead, and understand others. And here's the key. The Enneagram isn't just a tool for labeling people. It's a way to understand why people act the way they do, what truly drives them at a deep level. Huge thanks for watching. If you like it, please kindly leave a like. See you in the next video.